That stay in that division. Swindon Town sitting in 4th place at the moment, but they've undergone a transfer embargo this week. The reason is they've been spending too much of their money under financial fair play rules. You can't spend more than 65% of your income on the likes of players and the such like and transfer fees, but they've done that. Consequently, they're under a transfer embargo at the moment. They're up against Coventry today. First news from Kevin Watson.
Yeah, real bright start from the home side, Jeff. They've already hit the post after a minute. Ball broke down the left-hand side. Jay McEverley stands a lovely ball up to the back post. Matt Ritchie comes in off the right, directs his header back across goal. Joe Murphy's beaten, but it rebounds off the post. Real bright start from Swindon, 0-0. There's
been a goal at the county ground. Swindon against Coventry City. Swindon have lost 2 of their last 3 home games after 28 without defeat. Early signs that Coventry are beginning to get things together under Mark Robins. News of the goal then from Kevin Watson.
Yeah, they certainly are, Jeff. They've taken the lead here. Free kick wide out on the left-hand side. John Fleck gets on the ball. Really dangerous ball in. David McGoldrick gets across the front man. It's a skidding header. We've just had a deluge. It's skidded off the top of the surface. No chance for Wes Foderingham. It's 0-1.
David McGoldrick's 5th goal for them on loan from Forest. He's got 3 in his last 3, so clearly enjoying life at their Midlands neighbours. Mark Robins' side unbeaten in 4 in all competitions now. And a scoreline coming in from Swindon, which should guarantee that Paolo Di Canio has got a face like a Neapolitan pizza on him at the moment. They're 2-0 behind at home to Coventry. Watching that one for us is Kevin Watson.
Yeah, they certainly are, Jeff. Coventry haven't been in it since they scored. Swindon have been much the better team, but Coventry just extended their lead. Corner from the right-hand side. John Fleck goes over, whips in a real dangerous ball. Wes Foderingham comes through bodies. He doesn't get enough on it. It drops down. David McGoldrick scuffs his shot. I don't know how it goes in. 3 Swindon players on the line can't deal with it. It's 0-2.
Wes Foderingham. You remember what Paolo Di Canio said about him a couple of weeks ago? Worst player he'd ever seen in his life. Pulled him off after, first few minutes of the game. But he's back in goal today. And I don't fancy hearing the team talk that Di Canio will deliver to Wes Foderingham at half-time. Well, I do, actually. Let's go off to Swindon, shall we? Trailing at half-time by 2-0 against Coventry. The Coventry revival looks to be well and truly underway. But what about Swindon? Will they improve in the second half? I'd imagine the manager might have had a stern word or two, Kevin Watson.
Yeah, I would imagine he would have, Jeff, but we're only a minute in, so it's difficult to see whether that team talk's going to work or not. They did, however, have a really good chance to reduce the arrears just on the stroke of half-time. John Bostock down the left-hand side, cuts inside, dumps 2 Coventry players on their backsides. Real good skill. It's a real good effort as well, but a good save from Joe Murphy. Still 0-2.
Well, let's go and find out what's happening at Swindon, shall we? Swindon are the side directly below Sheffield United at the moment, but they trail by 2-0 against Coventry. What can Swindon do about that? Here's Kevin Watson.
Well, they're not doing much about it at the moment, Jeff. Been a very scrappy second half. Coventry probably having the better of it and having the one real good chance of the second half as well. Callum Ball picked the ball up. Good 1-2 with Frank Musa. He's in on goal. Foderingham saves it, comes back out to Ball. His technique lets him down and he drags it wide. Swindon haven't shown an awful lot this second half, Jeff. Still 0-2.
Swindon are another side who are back in it. Coventry nerves will be jangling a little now. Kevin Watson.
Yeah, they certainly will. Corner from the left-hand side. Simon Ferry rips it, whips in a great ball. Aidan Flint with a flick on. And there's Gary Roberts unmarked at the back post to turn it home. 1-2.
Roberts on the mark there after 2. David McGoldrick goal in the first half had seemingly put Coventry in control. It's been another goal in the game down at Swindon. Remember, Swindon 2-0 down. I mentioned that Paolo Di Canio might be having some words at the interval. Well, whatever he said has worked. Kevin Watson.
It certainly has, Jeff. What a fantastic goal this is. Free kick on the halfway line. Alan Navarro has the nous, not to just put it in the box. Goes wide to Jay McEverley. He throws a cross in. It's only headed up in the air. And there's James Collins. What a terrific volley. 2-2, Jeff.
Yeah, James Collins' first home goal for his new club. It's his 5th goal of the season. Let's go and see what's happening to a side. Well, they have turned things around. Swindon, 2 goals down against Coventry City, back on level terms. I'm assuming that Swindon look the most likely winners now, Kevin Watson.
Yeah, they certainly do, Jeff. No chances since you was last with us, but they're definitely the team on the front foot. Coventry definitely on the back foot. It's looking like Swindon could go on and nick this. Still 2-2.
Swindon 2, Coventry City 2. Is there going to be a late twist in the tail in this one, Kevin Watson?
Still Swindon doing all the pressing, Jeff. Just had a real good chance. Simon Ferry, great ability in the middle of the park. Picks out a great ball through to James Collins. His touch lets him down at the last minute. About 4 minutes left, still 2-2.
down at the foot of the table. They're still playing in the game between Swindon and Coventry. Time almost up. Are Coventry going to hold on? Kevin Watson.
Swindon have just had a great chance, Jeff. Alan Navarro, diagonal free kick into the box. Aidan Flint heads it across the goal. Adam Rooney, 4 yards out, can only head it straight at Joe Murphy. 2-2.
Swindon's third consecutive game against teams under new management. This one might have been easier for the Robins had Matt Ritchie's early header crept in. Instead, Coventry's resurgence under Mark Robins continues. From John Fleck's free kick, David McGoldrick gave the Sky Blues the lead after just 13 minutes. The same combination struck again before half-time, McGoldrick claiming his 4th goal in 3 matches. They say Robins has instilled discipline at Coventry, finding anyone whose marker scores from a set piece. Somebody's wallet is going to be lighter after this one from Gary Roberts. That was the first of 2 Swindon goals in 3 minutes. The equaliser came with 10 minutes to go. Substitute James Collins prevented a rare home defeat for the Robins with his first goal at the county ground. Still a good result for Coventry though. They're now unbeaten in 5.
Swindon Town's county ground was the destination for Coventry, who were looking to continue their undefeated league run under new boss Mark Robins. But would Robins' men have too much for Paolo Di Canio's side? Well, Swindon had plenty of first-half possession and nearly went ahead early on when Jay McEverly's cross was headed against a post by Matt Ritchie. But football, of course, is about taking chances, and Coventry did that in the first half. On 13 minutes, John Fleck's free kick was headed home by David McGoldrick for his 6th goal in a productive loan spell from Nottingham Forest. And it was the same combination just before half-time when Fleck's corner was eventually drilled home by McGoldrick after Swindon had failed to clear. So 2-0 to Coventry at half-time, but the visitors' cause wasn't helped in the second period when they lost Fleck in a clash with Nathan Thompson. After receiving lengthy treatment on the pitch, the Coventry midfielder was taken to hospital with blood coming from his ear. Serious blow to the skull that needed medical treatment throughout the evening. Well, that seemed to stun the visitors as they then spent the rest of the match on the back foot. First of all, after some good build-up play down the Swindon left, Adam Rooney's shot was tapped home by substitute Jim Collins, and although that was ruled out for offside, it was certainly a sign of things to come. With 15 minutes left, Gary Roberts and Collins linked up well, and the latter again was on hand to test Joe Murphy in the Coventry goal. And although Murphy did well there, he'd have to do even better seconds later when Roberts took aim from a long way out. So Swindon denied then, but not for long, because from the resulting corner from Alan Navarro, it was helped on by Tommy Miller, and there was Roberts to volley in from inside the 6-yard box. 3 minutes later, the Swindon wave of pressure produced an equaliser. When McEverly's cross wasn't properly cleared, Simon Perry kept the ball alive and Collins volleyed home that second Swindon goal. That coming from a lifelong Coventry fan. So drama throughout, but ultimately a point apiece at the county ground, which means that Swindon stay in the top 6, and it's now 5 unbeaten for Coventry.